Hi, Jamie White here. I want to show you the famous chicken test. I'm going to do a test with raw chicken to show you how well my cloth picks everything up off the surface and holds it in until I get it out. And the way I do is when I'm finished cleaning, raw chicken, poop, pee, surfaces all over my house, dog slobber off the glass, whatever it is, then I'm gonna take my cloth and run it under hot water, as hot as my hands can stand it. It's gonna swell open the fibers in the cloth and they're gonna release everything that I just picked up. Now, I grossed you out just talking about all the different things in the cloth. You're probably gonna rinse it out after the kitchen, then start in the living room, and I'll do the whole house and end with the commode, blown up commode, and then go rinse it out. Rinse it out really good, wring it out, hang it up, let the silver do its job. And tomorrow, though I cleaned the toilet yesterday, today I could get something out of my eye with the cloth. It's that purified from the silver. Bacteria can't grow on the cloth because of the micro silver. So I'm trusting you saw the previous video about that. So here is my wet EnviroCloth folded and flat. And this is a test swab that I buy from a place called Weber Scientific. I don't buy these from Norwex. This is the tool they use when you're going in, when they go to inspect a restaurant. And they go over the countertops, sometimes the pots and pans and the corners of the sink to make sure they're really clean in the restaurant. And we're grateful for that, aren't we? So that's what this is, this swab is. So I am going to use the Norwex cutting board. Now I'm just gonna give you a quick side note on this. This is made out of rice husks. This tells you that God already gave us everything we needed and we jacked it up. Ask your granny. Her washing machine lasted 25 years. So this is, there are entire power plants in Asia run on rice husk. And so this is a cutting board made out of rice husk. I talked earlier about the endocrine disrupting chemicals that are in the spray cleaners in our home. And a lot of those come from the phthalates and the PBA that are released from plastic. So when you cut on a plastic cutting board and you cut the food, you're cutting into the board. So the plastic is going into the food and into the atmosphere. And that's the reason 10-year-old girls are in a B cup now. Their endocrine system is totally confused. Their hormones don't understand what's going on in their body. And so, which is why I had said that it's easier that a 65-year-old man father a child than a 20-year-old. So I'm going to take this chicken from H-E-B. This is just a little piece of chicken in a bag. And I know you can't see me right now. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna put the chicken on the cutting board and make sure you see it and smear it all over. And then I'm going to put the chicken down. I'm gonna take my cloth, wipe off my fingers first, and I wanna show you how fast the chicken is removed from the cutting board. Now let me say, it's ribbed. There's tiny little grooves in here, okay? So I've gotta get in the grooves to get the chicken out. So the chicken's gone, and I'm gonna put my cloth chicken side up, right here. I feel like if I scoot this back, you can see more. But let me go ahead and test my cutting board. So green is clean. Let me show you this. Green is clean and purple is contaminated. And obviously the darker purple, the more contamination. Or the more contamination, the darker purple. So I am going to swab my cutting board that I just wiped the chicken off of, and I'm not gonna find any chicken left on here because it's all sucked up in that 1,800 miles of microfiber in that EnviroCloth. So now I'm going to show you that the fluid is green. There is nothing left on the surface of this cutting board. I can lick this cutting board and show you that if there were chicken there, I wouldn't dare do that. It is because my cloth does what it says. Now remember, I put it chicken side up. I may want to move the phone for this. Let me just pick it up this way. So I'm going to look for some chicken on the cloth. This is why I can wipe down that nasty picnic table at the zoo and still wipe my grandkids' hands afterward because it's not coming back off. I can wipe my face with this chicken cloth. Let me show you. There's no contamination left on the cloth. See, we're still green. But I want to show you that my swab does work. So I'm going to let you watch me actually swab the chicken. Sorry, I'm just not a good video person. All right, it's already turning purple. And here's my backdrop. And here you see that my swab does show positive for protein. When I touch the chicken, it turns purple. That shows you that this cloth does what it said. It picks everything up and holds it in, and it's not even gonna come back off on me. Another thing I wanna just give you a quick side note is my backdrop here to show you this is a silver and microfiber pillowcase. What? Yes. They did a study on cooties off of a pillowcase, and I thought for sure they used a greasy-headed, oily-faced, drooling 8th grade boy, but they didn't. They used adults. And they could not differentiate the difference in the bacteria on your pillowcase and on a toilet. These pillowcases are phenomenal. They're $37 for a set of 2 standard. They're infused with silver and they clean themselves. You'll be a pillowcase sniffer after this. Anyway, I'll see you again.